Tell me about your art. Where did you start? Where is your heart?
All right, y'all. We're here with another artist on About Your Art Pod. And go ahead and introduce yourself to the people, hon.
Hello, I am Julie Furgat. I am the owner and designer, creator, and maker of Angelwear Designs. I am based out of Western Springs, Illinois, and I started my goldsmithing career at the age of 14.
Wow. 14.
14.
So you've been making jewelry and selling it since you were 14?
I've been making it since the age of 14, professionally selling it for the last 15 years.
Wow.
But my high school had beginners goldsmithing classes.
I love when high schools invest in their students.
I know. I was lucky.
So
My
awesome.
high school district had enough money for, sports ball and art.
Yes, because that's normally what the deciding factor is.
It
it's
is.
like, do we invest in the sports or anyways, don't get me started on that.
I know. And we had a very large art program at our high school.
Okay.
We had every kind of art class you could take.
Yes.
Sculpture, pottery, photography, woodworking, painting, drawing, metalsmithing, goldsmithing, and I took every class that they had available. And I've always been into the art
Love
scene,
that.
art world.
Cool. So how did your art evolve into what it is now? Kind of tell me about your journey as an artist. You were telling me earlier that you were a caretaker for a while.
I was. Being a full-time caregiver to a parent with dementia, I could not do, I'd have to limit on what kind of shows I could do, and traveling especially, finding someone to be with my mom for traveling was nightmarish. Plus, I hated not being at home with her.
Yeah.
I knew my timing with her was limited, so I hated not being at home with her. But, starting off with the goldsmithing in high school, you learn how to work in nickel, silver, and copper and brass. And I enjoyed torching and soldering and creating pieces of organic design and organic in nature. And then going in through college, starting with the silver and training myself how to do a lot of the silver work, because they were still working in, brass and nickel and copper, and those are not the things that I wanted to work in.
Exactly. You wanted to elevate.
I did, and stones have always been the focal part, the focal of my life.
Yeah.
It's always been gemstones.
I love that. I have to ask, when's your birthday? Are you a Virgo?
I'm not. I am a mutable sign, though.
You're a Gemini?
I am.
And you know what's crazy is I'm a Gemini too.
Okay. Yes. High five, yo. High five.
Yes.
High five.
Are you a June or May?
June.
June what? I'm June 11th.
I'm the 17th.
I love that. I love that for us.
Right?
Gemini is the best.
It is, and everyone hates us, but I'm like...
And it's because they hate themselves, because we mirror them.
Exactly.
Period.
100%.
Period.
It's like, I don't like your attitude. I find you abrasive. Are you finding me abrasive, or are you finding yourself abrasive?
Yeah, I'm just giving you what you're giving me.
Right?
You know? Wow. Oh, I just love your choice of stones. Like you were saying that you love the stone. Like I can totally see your love of stones.
And
through in your work.
I like colored stones. I like rare. I like unusual. I like interesting striations and different color combinations in the stones. I like things that show up scenic pictures and stuff that you don't find in just faceted stones.
Yeah.
And I just think it's so much more interesting and can be more creative.
Yeah, no, for sure. And it just speaks to your mutability.
It does.
Like,
and I love color. Like normally my hair is bright purple and turquoise and like all of the things.
Oh, I love your nails.
Thank you. Yeah.
On.
That's my new obsession is nail polish.
Have you started doing your nails at home too?
Yes.
Me too. I live in Charlottesville now since I moved from Atlanta, and it's so hard to find a good nail tech, and I just gave up. And so now I do it myself, and I love them every time.
Moon cat nail polish.
Moon cat nail polish. Hold on, let's get into
Not that I mean to, hype up, another company here, but like,
no, that's fine. Okay,
American,
focus. Okay,
American made, 10 free, so it doesn't have any of the terrible ingredients, and their colors are outstanding.
Yeah.
And she donates 10% of every sale to cat rescue.
Oh my God, I just rescued 2 cats from the SPCA.
It's just like they have the best. So like, yeah, I change my nail polish every 3 to 4 days now. I'm like, oh, what am I feeling now?
That is hilarious. And I love your pieces of Larimar. I'm supposed to be asking you for the pocket. Okay, so all right, so I'm sitting here
Total Geminis are going off on a tangent here.
It's like 4 of us in here,
right?
Like a lot of
more than that.
You know, and I say that too all the time. People don't get it, but it's literally sometimes it's 3 of me. I can't keep up.
3? So. I'm like at 100 sometimes.
Okay, focus.
Focus.
Okay,
all right.
So, what kind of advice would you give to somebody who is starting the jewelry making process and going to art? Like, what made you start wanting to come to art shows? How did you find out about this world?
I started doing, before I started doing professionally with the goldsmithing, I started off with craft shows. Oh. So like the little high school craft shows, the church craft shows, and I was not selling this work that you see here at those shows.
Yes.
I was doing a lot of beaded stuff at the time and a lot of wire wrapping, and the price points were lower, appropriate for those types of shows.
Gotcha. That's another thing to be mindful of, y'all. When you're starting this process, being an artist, selling at art shows, be mindful of where you're at, because you don't want to price something out of the price range, and then everybody is like, what? Why is this so expensive? What am I even looking at? Because sometimes they don't even know what they're looking at.
Correct.
Why the value is there, because you're not in the right audience and blah, blah,
right.
Blah.
And they're not your customers, and that's okay.
And
they don't have to be.
Okay.
You don't have to be everything to everyone all of the time. And realizing that. You know, that is a big thing
for us gems that we have to, like, I don't know about you, but that's been something that I've had to really come to grips with in my life. Because we can be that.
We can,
but we don't need to.
We don't.
We shouldn't, actually.
And we should not. Yeah. We should definitely not.
We should not. Because it's all it does is it drains our energy.
It does.
It makes us less of what we need for ourselves.
Right. It drains your emotional and your social battery, and like I will need weeks to recoup from that, and I can't. And I've realized I have a friend who's just just finally getting into some of the higher end finer shows.
The jury shows?
Yes. Yeah. And she went from going from crafting to jewelry to fine art shows. And I will say this, for jewelers especially, get away from tables.
Get away from tables.
Like, instead of having your work on tables,
yes.
cases, top, higher, like, it gives a higher perceived value of the work.
Yes.
Because people don't realize that when you put your $500 pair of earrings on a table, people are going to go, why is that so expensive? But when you put a $500 pair of earrings in glass, they're like, oh, that makes sense.
Yep, that's true. And you know, and each of the art, like Jason, you know, my husband, he's an artist too, and he's a jeweler, and he has some stuff in the case and some stuff, and most of his stuff is out. But a lot of times people will pick it up and they'll realize the weight of it. And and then he has his whole spiel where he lets them know, like, look, I have a high value clientele, so normally, like, he really has only had a few pieces stolen, but people being able to hold the jewelry, that's a selling feature for them too. So it's just it's about feeling it out. It's about figuring out your product and what works best for you.
That is correct.
But it's very good to mention though that yes, putting it in the case, especially when you're beginning, it will definitely
elevates it. It elevates it, because when your work elevates, you need to elevate your booth to go with it. It all needs to elevate appropriately and grow together.
Your wooden case, the wood.
Thank you. My husband and I built them.
I was gonna say what you chose for to mix the like, you have the linen with the wood, with the metal. Like, I just love how it all comes together.
I wanted that organic, natural nature feeling.
I won't get you on camera.
I just wanted everything to feel like it's coming out of nature, and having the burlap and the wood with the wood cases, like, it's just,
it ties everything in.
It does.
Oh, this is just so beautiful.
Thank you.
And so tell the people how they can find your art.
I am on Instagram, Angelwear Designs.
Yes.
I am on Facebook also at Angelwear Designs. And then I have an Etsy store, Angelwear Designs 2013
Yes.
at .etsy.com. I have a website that has all of my show schedules listed for each year. I regularly update what shows I've been applied to and accepted to.
Love that.
And then you can find me at shows.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right now we're in St. Charles, Illinois.
Yay,
So,
St. Charles. I'm Memorial Day weekend.
Live?
I'm in Western Springs, Illinois.
Okay.
So I'm
pretty
close.
Local.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna let these customers get on in and look at your beautiful jewelry.
Thank you so much.
Thank you again for being on the podcast. And
I had fun.
This is another episode of About Your Art Pod.
Yay!
Thank you, hun.
Thank you.